Why do people trust you faster when on video? Tired of marketing advice that sounds nothing like you? Good, let's fix that. Produced on Watering Land. It's kind of an underlying question that we kind of already know the answer to, especially if you've been in any sort of marketing spaces for your profession, for any hobbies, or anything that you're finding online. Usually there is some sort of a video component because it speeds up the trust factor. Because when you're wanting to, say, learn more about a certain subject, or you want to work from want to, find an expert that you can pay for their time or their services or their product or what have you, you need to be able to trust that they can do the job. And to do that, the easiest and quickest way, and the reason why I'm called the Video Confidence Coach, is because video is the quickest way to do that. We are covering all aspects of, you can hear my voice, you can hear my passion and my expertise, you can see how I look and get the idea of if I am the right vibe for you or not. If color is not your thing, we may not be friends, and that is okay. But if you like a little bit of color and a bit of spice in your life, please do carry on. And it also gives you a chance to understand the type of person that you're going to be dealing with, following, that you're going to be checking in on regarding this particular interest. Or maybe you have a particular problem that you want solved. And this person that you Googled, you AI'd, however you came across them, or maybe a friend of yours showed them to you. However you came across this person, the video is the quickest way to gain trust because it's bridging that gap. Text is awesome, don't get me wrong. As a dyslexic, it's not my as someone who is dyslexic, text is not my first port of call. It's a good way to back up what you are saying on video and online. But when it comes to having text just on, say, a website, or maybe an article, or maybe on a social media post, it's not as convincing unless they already trust you, unless they already know you, they've already met you, and they've already met you either in person, virtually, or any and all of the above. And this may just be a complete bias on my part, but video, once you get going, once you have a process, and once you've practiced even an inch or a little bit, you get better returns. You get better returns on your energy and investment and what comes back to you. Now, I am a LinkedIn girly when it comes to my connections and my network, because I'm very much a B2B type person, business to business type person. Consumers, feel free to come along with me on my journey, but a lot of the work that I do in personal branding, as you can probably imagine, very much heavily links with, there you go, business type acumen and story. And a lot of my earlier content was about bridging that gap between the two things. And when it comes to being able to clearly articulate your message through video, having a message and a clear understanding of your audience is key. Whether you are doing it to share your interest in a hobby, or maybe you're doing it to communicate to your higher ups, or you're doing it to communicate to your potential audience because you want to bring them on board. You want them to trust you so that when you write a book, or when you do the next project or the next thing that you're going to do as part of your personal brand, you've got something with you. Like, you've got proof that you know what you're doing. And having that proof comes in many, many, many different ways. But the easiest and quickest way to get people to actually action something with you, be it signing up to your emailing list, be it following you on insert social media platform here, or going to your website, is video. Pausing your podcast experience to let you know I'm on LinkedIn. Follow me for business tips, video hacks, and a little bit of sass right here on LinkedIn. Wait, we're not here yet. Follow me on LinkedIn and you come join. YouTube has become is the second biggest form of long-term SEO, as well as other things like that. And essentially SEO is search engine optimization. So when people are finding a solution to their problem, or maybe you've come up because you can clearly articulate that problem, they are going to watch a video of you, even if it is just 10 seconds, to get your vibe, to see if you're the right person to follow. And if you're not the right vibe, that is fine. They piss off, you're all done. But for the people that stay, their problem is either so severe that they want a solution right here, right now, or they just enjoy your passion and your vibe enough to stick with you through the journey that you're going on, the project that you're building, or whatever you are trying to tackle in that stage of life that you're in. And hopefully it's a stage of life that they can understand because they've been there, or maybe they're starting to bridge into that stage of life themselves. We want to build community, and to build community, you need to build that on trust. Now, I'm not saying that every aspect of your personal brand needs to be totally digital. I am just a digital girly, a lot of my work online. But I'm going to tell you now that over this past week, I've had 3 conversations that I can stick in my mind of people who I'd never met in person. 3 people who saw me online, liked my vibe, followed me long enough to get, a feeling of what I do and what I like doing. Of course, I want to articulate that clearly. But then they went, yes, you're the right person for me, booked in a session with you. Now, is this part of the plan? Yes, hopefully. It's not going to work for everyone and everything. But building up that confidence to use that as part of your toolkit is more preferential to you and building a personal brand than just relying on old or outdated methods or methods that don't serve your audience. And it always helps to have a method that works well for you and your audience, because you can, if you're going to enjoy doing it, you're going to make time for it. That's something that I had a conversation with earlier this week, is if you are going to enjoy doing it, you are going to make time for it. When it comes to social media, it's not exactly something I enjoy doing. Therefore, I have a tendency of kind of pushing it off. But I have tried really hard this week. So everyone, say hello when it comes to social media posts. So thank you everyone for your patience on that front from me. And when you are growing a personal brand, yes, it is the professional reflection of you. You are doing this for your audience to help solve their problem. And to do so, they need an expert. They need a guide. They need someone in front of them to tell them what's what. And you are going to be that person for that particular message, for those values, for the type of life that they want to live. You are going to be that guide. But you need to tell them that. You need to be clear on your message, and you need to bring that energy and that work that you've done and show it up, present it, and bring them in closer to your community. Whichever method you do that, video is a tool in your arsenal to be able to achieve that, whatever it is. I've been thinking, and especially coming over these past couple of weeks, have been seeing the results of video on LinkedIn. Now, come with me on my little rant here. When it comes to LinkedIn is owned by Microsoft and has been since like 2015, 2016, something like that. So it's been a fair while in the tank. And as Microsoft want to do, they do things and break them. But especially with LinkedIn, it is very hard for new formats to get a foothold. People are scrolling on LinkedIn during their work breaks, during meetings, and videos don't necessarily work the best there, which may seem counterintuitive as Zoe with the video confidence coach. But that is why video is a toolkit in your arsenal. And I have gotten great success for my clients in using video as the kernel, as the source of truth, as the piece of content that has everything we need into it. And we repurpose 1,000 and a million different ways that best reflect to their audience on whichever platform they're on, but also doesn't take 1,000,000 hours for them. Because you want to reach people, you want to be consistent, and you want to be known as the expert in your field. And to do so, you need to show up. And to show up, you need to show up in the method that's going to best work for them. What is the best method? Is it video? Great, we can chat. Is it text? I may not be the best person to speak to, but I'll definitely put you in touch with someone who is. Is it images or GIFs? All right, now we're on somewhat on the same level here, we can definitely talk. The reason why I focus on video in that toolkit is because it comes naturally to me. I have someone who used their old bulky camcorder in the yard, and I would film myself at like 6 or 7 and record the same tape over and over and over again, because we only had one of those mini ones. And I enjoyed it. I saw myself being on TV. I saw myself being in the movies. I saw myself presenting the news or the weather. Because not necessarily that I wanted to be the star, the person, you admire, the actress, the person who gets all the fame and glory. I didn't really care about that, pretty much. I enjoyed it because it looked fun. And arguably it is. I'm standing here talking to you. It's actually quite fun and I enjoy it. And hopefully you do too. If you do not find it fun, there are other methods that you do and can find fun. But you need to be consistent with your message. And to do so, you need to be out there doing it. Did you grab your next personal branding action? Make sure to check out the show notes, the links, and the resources in the first link of the description. And while you're there, check out the second link for something that might be exactly what you're looking for. If this episode has helped you in any way, the best thing you can do is leave a quick review on your podcast catcher of choice. It genuinely helps so much more than you could ever imagine. This podcast was produced on Wadawurrung land. I pay my respects to the elders, past and present. Always was, always will be Aboriginal land. See you next week. Show up, be seen, get booked.